So today has been a pretty interesting day for entertainment news. We had some highs with the Karate Kid movie announcement from Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. There's a bit of a low today. As it seems, Melissa Barrera has been fired from Scream VII because of some quote-unquote anti-Semitic remarks in regards to the events going on over in Gaza. I originally was not going to touch on it because I didn't have enough information. I'm also not that educated in regards to what's going on overseas. But now Spyglass has released a statement in regards to them essentially firing Melissa from Scream VII, the upcoming film. We obviously had Scream VI, which she was a big part of alongside Jenna Ortega. She was a big player in those films, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens and what comes of Scream VII, how they're going to change the events, the storyline, and stuff like that to work around her character, or if Scream VII is going to happen at all. But as of an hour ago, Spyglass released a statement, and the article I'm going to be going off comes from Variety, and they go on to say, Spyglass Media initially declined comment when Variety broke the news that the company had dropped Melissa Barrera from the cast of Scream VII, but now the production banner behind the horror hit franchise's revival is pushing back on a narrative that Barrera was fired for showing support for the Palestine cause. Instead, a spokesperson clarifies that Barrera's posts were interpreted as anti-Semitic. Spyglass went on to say, "We have zero tolerance for anti-Semitism or incitement of hate in any form, including false references to genocide, ethnic cleansing, Holocaust distortion, or anything that flagrantly crosses the line into hate speech." So Melissa Barrera did share something on her story that was to the effect of things are being silenced, things are being censored, especially in Hollywood, and Spyglass has taken that as anti-Semitic. This firing seems very abrupt, and I don't know if they've given Melissa a chance to explain herself, or essentially she just said to Spyglass, no, this is how I feel, this is my stance. But it just seems like they have not given her a chance to properly explain herself. And then obviously Christopher Landon, the director of Scream VII, has been copping some heat. And he essentially has just said, everything sucks, stop yelling. This was not my decision to make. He is just being caught in the firing line because he is the director of the upcoming Scream VII. He had no choice. He had no say in the matter. It's all up to Spyglass and also their reputation, and how some people may perceive this as someone who's anti-Semitic is a lead role in an upcoming horror film, a very famous franchise for that matter. This is definitely one of those things where we need more context. I don't know if things have been taken out of context in terms of what Melissa was trying to say in regards to her message that was put on her Instagram story, but at the same time, I don't think she was overtly going out and saying anti-Semitic remarks. But at the end of the day, it's show business. It is a business, and obviously Spyglass have a reputation to keep, and I think it's one of those things where they can't afford to have anything screw up Scream VII right now. It is extremely unfortunate, and who knows what the future of Scream VII is going to be. People are currently saying boycott Scream VII. Look, at this stage, because of the success of Scream VI, Scream VII is going to happen with or without Melissa, and regardless of people saying boycott Scream. It's definitely a tricky situation to navigate, guys. It's awful what is going on overseas. Like, the more I read about it, and like I said, I'm not completely educated and all over it in terms of my facts. Now, initially, Melissa was essentially saying, I would just like a ceasefire. I would just want everything to stop, which is pretty benign. But now, obviously, reading more into it, Spyglass are calling anti-Semitic remarks. And again, it's a massive back and forth. We weren't there. We don't know what exactly is going on behind the scenes and what is going to transpire over the next couple of days. If there's any resolution or this is a one and done, that's it. She is completely fired. So usually I say exciting times ahead, but in this case, it's interesting times ahead. It's going to be interesting to see how everything unfolds with the storyline of Scream VII, where they're going to go if Spyglass do indeed stick to their guns with the firing of Melissa Barrera. From what I can see, just from face value, it seems like she wasn't given a chance to properly explain herself and just explain her thought process and where she was coming from. My final thoughts on this, I think Spyglass definitely jumped the gun way too quick, not letting Melissa explain herself, having a conversation, coming to agreement. If she had an issue an apology, so be it. She was a big player in the Scream films, and it's very sad and very unfortunate to see this transpire. And again, I don't think she was coming from a place of hate. She doesn't seem like that type of person at all. I think it was just coming from a place of passion when it all comes down to it. You always want to see the good in people, and I don't think it was one of those things where she was outright being anti-Semitic. But at the same time, I guess your choice of words can have a definite lasting impact. And in this case, it has. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.